Hello, and welcome to episode 25 of Friends of the Show. I am your host, Stephen W. Skinner, and this is my podcast where I chat with some of the funniest and nicest folks on Twitter. They're the Friends of the Show. This week's friend is Eddie, at Flaccid Umbrella on Twitter. Now, this was a fun conversation. Eddie is our first friend of the show from Africa. We have a great chat about what it's like living in Congo. And we discuss his deep love for Pringles. And now, I present Friends of the Show, episode 25, with Eddie, at Flaccid Umbrella. Right now.
You're born naked, and the rest is drag. The quote is by RuPaul.
Ah, yes, RuPaul, the sage, wise words of RuPaul's. Thank you for providing that quote. Eddie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be on.
Hooray! Yeah, we got Eddie here. He's dialed in on a phone call, which he doesn't love, but he's doing it for the show. So I appreciate you biting the bullet and getting on the line for us.
No, it's just an honor to be on with you, and yeah, well,
yes,
I think I can do it.
It's a true honor. No, it's so great to speak to you. This is very cool because you are our first guest who is residing in the continent of Africa. So we're extra long distance on this one.
Oh yeah.
So that's very cool. Specifically, we should say that you're in Congo. Was that correct?
Yes. Yeah, that is correct. I am in the Congo.
Which part of Congo? Because there's a couple parts, I believe, right?
There's the bigger one, the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm not there. I'm in the smaller Congo, which is confusingly named the Republic of Congo.
Right.
And yeah, I'm in the capital city, that is Brazzaville.
Yeah, that's the main hub, right? That's where all the excitement is.
Yeah, pretty much. It depends on how you define excitement.
Well, what's some Brazzaville excitement? What does that look like? What is like a day in Brazzaville?
Well, for me, it's mostly work, but lately I've been checking out a lot of local artists. Painters, sculptors, musicians, that sort of stuff. And it's really I feel like it's like an underground scene for now, because art hasn't been a big deal in Congo until just recently, and discovering all of this, it's been fun.
Really that fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. So you go to these cool art scenes, cafes, maybe some galleries, some cool jazz clubs and stuff. You finding the underground musicians too?
Yeah, exactly. Concerts, art expos, sometimes auctions. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Ooh, auctions! I love a good auction.
Well, I never bid, but it's fun to check out the guys' work, and it's fun to mix with the crowd.
Yeah, it's fun to get out, and it's great to hear those fast-talking guys if it's one of those classic auctions. Hey, what about do they do that? Yeah. The Congo guy does that?
Not always, because, I guess so, because pretty much anyone who speaks in French is speaking as fast as an auctioneer.
Oh, yeah, I guess. So French is is that the main language down there?
Yeah, French is one of the main languages. The rest are local languages, which are only spoken here in Congo. But French is the main language, yeah. So
people will speak sort of a local language and then maybe no French to get by in the city?
Pretty much, yeah. For me personally, I've only got French. And, I've barely got French. I've only started learning it, and it hasn't caught on.
Alors, parler français un petit peu, mais It's been a while for me, too. I'm forgetting words. I'm technically bilingual, but when it comes to remembering the words, that is the tough part.
Exactly. I think I'm going to steal that term, technically bilingual.
Yeah, exactement, c'est ça. So you just remember a few words, you can probably get by.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
easier to understand than to speak.
Yeah, that's always it. So you know what people are saying, but then when you try to, you're like,
reply, or you can't really get what you're trying to say into words that they'll understand.
Tricky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds very cool. So for the listeners, Eddie and I are pals on Twitter. We met, I believe, because we were both on the BT140 podcast, now on extended permanent hiatus, sorry to say. But with Del Freaky. So everybody who's listening can go and check out both of our old episodes, BT140.com, I believe. If that's still up when you're listening, go check it out.
It's still up.
Yeah, so for now, definitely go check out our episodes, and it was a lot of fun, and it got me on the mics and kind of to blame for getting this podcast started, so thanks or blame Del. I don't know, whichever one you want. So that's how we kind of met. We were added into the DM room for the podcast, and we've been pals ever since, and I'm very happy to have you on the podcast because, like I said, very neat to have someone from across the seas.
Oh, yeah. No, it's really cool to be able to connect with people from, all over the world through Twitter, mainly through Twitter, and then from Twitter come the podcasts, Instagram, stuff like that. And it's an honor to meet great people like you, like Del, like all the wonderful people on Twitter, and yeah, it's
great. And I guess we should mention, you're pretty big into Instagram. I know you mentioned you're doing the witnessing art or experiencing art out there, but you're also doing it with your photography. It's very artistic, so we should all go and check out your Instagram. What's your Instagram handle again?
It's it's monochrome. Spelled MONOKHROME, and then an underscore at the end.
Ooh, extra tough to find with that underscore at the end. Was monochrome with a K already taken?
Yeah, it was.
Dang,
and I was kind of pissed off about that.
I guess, yeah, and you didn't want to be like monochrome 81 or something.
No.
Well, I'm glad.
Monochrome was a gaming tag that I used to use, and then it sort of fit in with my Instagram since everything's in black and white.
I was going to mention that. Yes, that's sort of, which leads me to believe that your shots are more artistic than sort of the normal Instagram account of, like me, I just have like pictures of my dog or, a nice sunset sometimes. But yours are all like black and white, real scenes of life.
Well, I wouldn't say it's like artistic just because it's in black and white. Because the whole reason I started the black and white thing was just that I wanted a different Instagram account from everyone else.
Yeah, I get it.
So
no, and it's not just the black and white that makes it arty, but I think it adds to it for sure. And but your pictures are they're well composed, I would say, and very cool to look at. So that's what makes it art, because the pictures are good.
Thank you very much. I'm terrible with compliments, but really, thank you. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, so I would definitely recommend it on Instagram. Yeah, so that's your you do Instagram as well as Twitter. We do fun jokes on Twitter, and we'll I guess get into a couple of those in a bit. I think, what else could we get into? Typical day, you're out there hustling and bustling in Brazzaville. What would you said you were working most of the time. Would you like to share what you do?
Oh, I'm technically, I'll use that term now. Technically, I'm a computer technician.
Okay.
And basically, I work for a telecommunications company. We provide people with stuff like internet, security systems, that sort of thing. And I'm one of the guys who actually goes and installs the equipment and behind the scenes checks that everything is running correctly.
Oh, nice. So you're like a site tech. So they send you out there and you hook everything up. And then you're like, there you go. You got internet now.
Exactly. But I say technically because unlike all of my colleagues, I haven't studied for it. The guy hired me with the intent for me to learn. And that's what I've been doing for the past almost 2 years now. And it's been interesting. It's been cool. I might actually go and study this after all.
Oh, nice. So you just sort of like learned on the job as you were doing it?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So now you know everything and you didn't have to pay for the school. But I guess it does make sense to go back and make it official. Yeah,
I mean, especially in this day and age, you definitely need a degree to go on through life.
It does help, unless you are some sort of YouTube celebrity or
of course,
one of those weird things, an Instagram couple that just travels the world. But that's not going to happen for most people. So better go to school.
Not everyone, yeah.
I agree. So, okay, that's pretty neat. So, so your free time, you're mixing it up. What are you doing in your free time?
My free time, mainly I try to get some exercise in.
Okay, staying fit, staying healthy.
Yeah, play a bit of rugby. That's something recent because I had no idea there were actually people that played rugby in the Congo. But yeah, I found a team of guys that just play for fun, and that's usually what I do in my spare time. Besides that, it's what I said before, the art stuff.
Nice.
Or hanging out with my family, because even though I'm originally from Zimbabwe, my mother's side of the family is from here in Congo. So I hang out with them a lot as well.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I've seen pictures of you lounging by the pool. That's what I was trying to get to. Just you lounging by the pool. It looked nice.
Well, yeah, I guess you can say that's one of the perks of living here in the Congo. We've got pretty much sunshine for 9 months of the year. And if it's not sunny, it's raining. So lounging at the pool is all year round. You don't have to worry. I know it's pretty much the opposite in Canada.
Yeah, I'm a bit jealous of the 9 months of pool lounging weather. We're just heading out of summer here, so our pool lounging days are sort of behind us now. Till next year.
I'd trade you. I totally trade you. I'm a bigger fan of the cold.
Oh, really?
I've always wanted to see snow.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet, eh? I've seen enough. Let's switch.
I have seen it, but it's a vague memory. Because I was born in Japan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I was born in Tokyo, but my family moved back to Africa when I was 3 years old.
Okay, so you got that first 3 years in Japan.
Yeah.
And then you moved back to Africa.
I only have brief flashes of that time, and one of those brief flashes is running across a street with snow falling all around us, and
so
that's one of my earliest memories.
Yeah, that's your early memory of snow because you were in Japan. That's pretty neat. So you've kind of lived all over the globe. Anywhere else? Have you traveled anywhere else that's quite cool, or is it mainly been in Africa since then?
Since Japan, mainly Africa. Yeah, it's actually all been Africa. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Botswana, Malawi.
Ooh, that's the Madonna one.
Sorry?
Madonna adopted that her child from Malawi. That's the claim to fame. That's how I recognize that.
I had no idea about where the kid was from. I just know she adopted an African child. Is it bad that you know more about that than I do?
I don't know if it's what's worse. That I knew that at all. That's the only thing I know about Malawi. That's probably the worst thing.
Well, yeah, they're all pretty beautiful countries, really unique in their own ways, which is something I love about Africa. I mean, it's small countries all packed together, but you travel to one and you can immediately tell the difference from the one just next to it.
Oh, that's pretty neat. So very good national identities.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, what's your favorite place you've traveled to within Africa?
Within Africa, I would have to say it's a close one between Zimbabwe and South Africa.
Right, okay. South Africa gets all the press.
Because Well, yeah, but I feel like it was different for me because I was in one of the smaller towns, not really well known, but there will always be a place in my heart for that place because I sort of made a second family when I was there. That's where I went to high school, and it was a boarding school, so I didn't have any of my family around. And when I got there, it was just they sort of immediately accepted me for who I am, and it was pretty cool.
That's so
nice. And then
that just sounds great. It's so that was during your high school. That was like multiple years you lived there?
I think 4. Yeah, it must have been 4 years that 5. I would say 5 years that I stayed in South Africa.
For your schooling.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. So do you go often and visit your extended fam?
Not since I finished high school.
No, you got to get back there.
Here to the Congo. I mean, I miss them a lot, and I do speak to them a lot, but they've also all ended up in different corners of the world. But yeah, I really do miss them and want to go back to visit. It's just, I guess I have to find the time, the money.
Yep.
It's a tough thing of staying so far away from your family, I guess.
Yeah, that's the tough part of it. But it sounds like you're pretty busy, but I think you'll be able to find the time soon to go and see them.
Hopefully. I mean, I want to go and see them before I, fingers crossed, go to school or work somewhere else.
Oh.
The plan is to be out of Africa sometime next year.
Oh, that's great. Where are you thinking? Somewhere in North America, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in South America?
All over the place, really. I'm trying for all over the place, but the ones that look most likely to me right now is America, because my sister wants me to come over and stay with her there. She's in Boston.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'd say Cuba. Our family has a lot of ties to Cuba. My mom did med school there. My cousins there right now also doing med school. My aunts, my uncle, Cuba is like a second home to them. And the third most likely would be maybe India, because there's a lot of bursaries being offered to Congolese peoples to go to India. So I might try
incentivized travel. I like that. So they'll help you out. We'll pay you some money. Come on over to India. Help us out with our IT.
Exactly.
Nice.
I mean, that's what I would be studying if I went to India.
Yeah, for sure. Well, those sound like great options. Very cool. So each one you have like a sort of a good reason to go and someone to stay with kind of thing. Like, be nice to see your sister, I'm sure. And then you could develop that thick Boston accent, like, park my car in Harvard Yard.
Park the car in the Harvard Yard.
That's exactly right. Just like our old pal Nick at One Trick to Funny does not have that accent, but his family does. If you'll listen to that episode. But I think that would be great if you got a bit of a Boston accent.
Actually, I've missed out on a lot of episodes.
Oh,
I've got to do my homework. I've got to catch up.
Yeah, and everyone else listening too. If you haven't listened to the old episodes, get on it. Some good stuff.
No, every episode is always incredible. They've always got the greater stories. I love it.
Well, thanks, Eddie. Thanks for buttering me up. You know I love it. And I guess we should keep this podcast a-moving. So let's get into your tweets. Getting into the tweets.
Okay.
So if you would like to read the first one, that would be great. It would get us off to a lovely start.
Okay. Was that an Australian accent?
I don't know. I think it started off as British and it kind of ended Australian, yeah.
Okay. I love it. my tweets or the ones I picked up?
We're starting with your tweets. So this is tweets from @FlaccidUmbrella. I don't think I mentioned your handle yet. So everyone, it's @FlaccidUmbrella. I'm sure there's a fun and interesting story behind that. If you want to share or not, that's fine.
Totally. It's always fun hearing someone else say it out loud. Okay, so the first tweet it's a dialogue tweet, and it goes like, me, Mom, I'm gay. Mom, just eyeing my outfit. Me, I never said I was good at it. So, yeah.
Classic tweet. So is that based on the true story?
Kinda. Well, the true story wasn't as easygoing as that, I would say.
Okay.
This tweet was born when a bunch of guys from Twitter decided to have a sort of a Twitter contest, for tweets about inclusiveness and diversity and that sort of thing. And this was one of the ones that I came up with.
Nice. And obviously it did pretty well. Looks like a quite popular tweet.
Yeah, I was surprised at how well it does, because usually the ones I like don't do as good as as I want them to. But yeah, I'm really happy about how Twitter received it, and some of the comments I've gotten about it have actually really touched me. It's one of my favorite tweets, and yeah.
Nice, that's great. I love, when people react to a tweet and they send you the positive feedback. Really helps you feel good about the continuing to do it, because they don't all get that kind of positive feedback, So I bet that this one sort of resonated with something, with some certain people, right? So you got to feel good about that.
Yeah, it makes me extremely happy.
Awesome. Well, it's a lovely tweet, and thank you for sharing that one with us. And now we'll get into the second tweet. And I'll read it for you. It goes like this. Sure. I say lurve instead of love because I know French museums. Like the Louvre. The Louvre.
Yes.
So again, you haven't been to the Louvre, as we've discovered, right? You haven't been there.
No.
So kind of bending the truth here, but for the joke.
Well, it's something that we often do on our corner of Twitter, right?
Yeah. Got to stretch it a little bit, right?
I love this tweet because of how incredibly stupid it is. It sounds, there's a hint of pretentiousness, I guess. Like someone who actually knows someone who thinks they know something, but they don't know what they're talking about at all.
Yep.
I love those scenarios. Always get me to chuckle, and that's why this is one of my favorite tweets.
Well, I think it's lovely, and I love a good French museum joke. Wait, I love a good French museum joke. So thank you for providing that. All right, so I'll let you handle this last one because
No. You can take this one.
No, I think that's this is what's the fun part about having you on the podcast is because you picked this one, right? So you should be able to stand behind it. For the audience, they'll know what we're talking about after why none of us want to read it, but I think you should be able to nail it. Maybe we'll both try. That way it's fair.
I'm panicking.
It's okay. Take a second. Just get into character.
It's so bad. It's really terrible. Okay. I don't even know how to handle this. Okay, I'm gonna read it first, without any accent or anything.
Okay.
It goes like, "Pray do not think me a poet. I am just another guy with a terrible Christopher Walken impression."
Okay, all right. So that was plain. That was regular.
Okay, and now you want me to do the impression, right?
Yeah, that's what we all came here for.
Oh no. Okay. Pray do not. Hold on. Oh, okay.
Hey, it started great. I love that first line. That was great. So you're nailing it so far.
Okay. Pray do not think me a poet. I am just another guy with a terrible Christopher Walken impression.
Yeah, all right. Now we're talking. That was great. Eddie, I don't know why you were nervous. You nailed it. Clearly you had been practicing this, right?
Beads.
So since we've already heard it twice, no need for me to do it, but that was a great That was a great one.
Okay, you're gonna play me like that now. No, you've gotta do this. You've gotta do this with me. Come on.
All right, I did say that I would do it, so
you got this.
Pray do not think me a poet. I am just another guy with a terrible Christopher Walken impression.
Nice.
I don't know. I think yours was much better. So thank you for sharing it with us.
Really. I think we'll let Twitter decide. We'll let the listeners decide.
Don't say anything bad about mine.
No, I can't. I mean, it was perfect. It was way better than mine.
Yeah, they were both completely passable. So thank you for sharing that one and making us both do that fun Christopher Walken impression. That one was good.
He's always a fun one to try and his voice is very particular. It's always fun when
unique.
You hear people who are actually really good try and impersonate him.
It's one of the more fun ones to do. Yeah, that is true. You can ask for more cowbell. It's a great tool if you ever need to ask for more cowbell. You just slip into that one, and you'll get it. Okay, that was great. So thank you for sharing all those tweets. Everyone, if you enjoyed those, please follow Eddie at Flaccid Umbrella on Twitter. And now we get into Eddie's picks from others. All right. Now, you sent in your information like a long time ago, but it's taken us a while to get connected. So a few of these have been on the show before, but I'm letting it slide because you technically sent them before they were on the show. So just a little behind-the-scenes note for those show purists. Okay. So would you like to... Would you like to read the first one? Okay.
I think, all right, the first one is by Brent at Merman5. And it goes like, it's again a dialogue tweet. So the first guy is, no rapping tonight. Why? You rap about Patrick Swayze every time. It's embarrassing. Okay. After one beer. Uh-oh, y'all, it's getting kind of hazy.
Well read.
That tweet always, every single time, cracks me up. The first time I read it, I had tears in my eyes. It's so well written. It's just brilliant. Brent is an incredible tweeter. You know, he's always got comedic gold on his timeline, and this is definitely one of my all-time favorite tweets.
Definitely one of the all-time best, and Brent himself, one of the all-time best, in terms of quality, consistent content, and super weird stuff, too, right? That is what we want.
And I'm always down for the super weird.
You gotta love that super weird stuff. Uh-oh, y'all, it's getting kind of hazy. So, Good pick. Thank you. Okay, now I will read this tweet that you have selected. It is from our pal Liz at hellohappy_time. Always great to get a Liz tweet. She's great. Love Liz. So funny. Everyone should be following at hellohappy_time. And the tweet that you have selected is like this. I hate when you're pumped to take your bra off, but then realize you already took it off, and this is just the constricting feeling of life. Ha.
Yeah, that is also Her tweets, I don't know how to describe her tweets. Like, there's something very particular about the way she writes her tweets that it always gets me every single time. And this one I love, I guess mainly because of that, that mirthless chuckle right at the end, that ha.
The mirthless chuckle of it's just H-A, no period, just ha.
Yeah.
I tried to capture it in the read, but it's tough. Yeah, the ha.
It is tough. It is tough.
Mirthless.
But when she's also one of my favorite accounts, one of the sweetest people I've talked to, one of the funniest people I follow, and yeah, everyone needs to check her out.
Can't say enough good stuff about Liz. I've only known her sort of a short while, maybe a few months, but it's sort of just like, how did I not know about you before? Because just like the best.
Oh yeah, it hasn't been long for me either. I think I just stumbled onto her account on the timeline and just fell in love with her tweets.
That's right. So thank you very much to Liz at HelloHappy_time for providing that tweet. And thank you, Eddie, for picking it. So the final tweet that you have selected, I've already read it on the show before, so maybe you could take it this time.
Cool.
You should be able to do the French accent part too. Yeah.
I call it with an accent. I feel like my French accent is just pretty much my English accent as well.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. You're nailing it.
Okay, so it's by at Markedly, Mark McGark. I remember listening to his episode, one of my favorite episodes so far.
Oh, thank you, friend of the show, Mark McGark, and also check out his podcast, Making Friends with Mark McGark.
Yeah, and his tweet goes like, Spanish, the H is silent. English, many letters can be silent. French, all letters are meaningless. Every living thing is born without reason.
I love this Mark McGark tweet. It's just so good.
I remember the day I stumbled onto this. I had just moved to Congo, and I was sitting in a beginner's French class. And I was thinking something along those lines exactly. And when I was scrolling my timeline and I saw this, I just burst out laughing. Because that's exactly, he put it in exactly the right words. His tweet is hilarious, and yeah, I love that tweet so much.
It is great, and yeah, it's that French existentialist. Wait, I think I messed it up on the first, but I think it's existentialist point of view, and it really captures that feeling just perfectly. So shout out to Mark McGark at Markedly on Twitter. Everyone should be following him. He's great. Everyone should also be listening to his podcast. Equally great. Woo, Mark. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's the end of the tweets from other people. Thank you so much. It's hard to pick, from the hundreds of tweets out there, but you did it. You picked the tweets. Yeah. Picked three good ones,
If you had asked me to do it again today, I might have had three completely different tweets. It's really tough when Twitter's filled with just people with the most incredible and weird minds I have ever encountered.
Yeah.
But yeah, these were the three that I had in mind when you first asked me, and
you're standing by them, and they're good tweets.
Standing by them.
They're good tweets, Eddie. They're good tweets. All right, now we get into questions from Twitter. So you got a bunch of good questions. Here we go. Let's get right into them. The first question comes from Lord Goomba, the obscure gentleman himself, at Obscure Gent on Twitter. And I think this is some sort of inside joke. The question is, what would you name your pterodactyl? And could you delete all the screenshots from your phone live on the air? So, gotta be a reason for that specific question. Do tell.
Okay, the first part of the question is probably in reference to my most popular tweet. It's sort of that format where you're trying to get to bed and your brain thinks of the most random thing that keeps you up for the rest of the night.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, my question at the time was, if I had a pterodactyl, would I name it Perry or Terry?
Nice.
And it's still something that I haven't really found an answer to.
Still wrestling with that.
Changed. Yeah. It might be. I might have to take that struggle to the grave with me. I'm not sure I'll ever figure this one out.
So there's no answer.
No, there is no answer.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet, at least.
Okay, all right.
The second part of that question is, no, James, I will not.
Oh, he's not doing it. What could you possibly have screenshotted on your phone that would elicit such a question from James?
I take great pleasure in screenshotting every time James says something that could be or sounds like it is kind of, innuendo. That has a lot of innuendo implied, I guess.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
So I've got I've got quite a collection. He has forced me to actually get a memory card from my phone just because there are so many.
Just a separate SD card with only screenshots from what James has said. Oh, nice.
Just James screenshots. And those will be going to the grave with me as well.
Nice. So, sorry, James. The blackmail potentially continues. And also, thank you for your question. Great. So the next question comes from Chris. Chris P. Cream at Chris with a K V underscore 723. That is at KRISV underscore 723. And Chris's question is this. Is there McDonald's in the Congo? In Congo, sorry. She didn't say the Congo because it is just Congo, right? And it is
it's
Republic of the Congo.
Oh, yeah.
Right, there we go. Republic of the Congo.
Yeah, well, technically there isn't. We don't have a lot of fast food. We don't have any fast food franchises, actually.
What? You don't have In-N-Out? You don't have Five Guys? You don't have Wendy's? You don't have Burger King? You don't have A&W? You don't have Arby's? You don't have Subway?
Are you just trying to make me cry right now?
You don't have Manchewok? You don't have Tim Hortons? You don't have Second Cup? You don't have Starbucks? Just listing any kind of franchise.
I have gone almost 2 years without real unhealthy fast food, and this saddens me.
You miss it?
I miss it so much.
You're definitely going to live. Idea. You're going to outlive us all, and yet you're complaining about. I mean, I understand. It's delicious.
I need my pizza. I need my deep fried everything.
You don't have Domino's? You don't have Pizza?
No.
You don't have Papa John's? You don't have Mario's Pizza?
My eyes are brimming up with tears right now, I swear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The funny thing is, there is an Indian restaurant here that goes by the name McDonald's.
All right. Is it just like a knockoff style?
Yeah, it is a complete knockoff. Just
like a counterfeit McDonald's.
Yeah, they counterfeit everything. They just took the name and decorated everything in red and yellow, but it's basically just, regular Indian food.
Okay. Well, the branding is important. The branding, right? It's iconic.
I guess it's not like there aren't too many people that know what McDonald's is here.
Oh, that's true. But the red and yellow just draws people in.
It does. I just, each time I pass it, I wonder if McDonald's could sue for that.
Probably, but is it worth their time?
Exactly. I mean, it's an Indian restaurant in the middle of Africa.
Yeah. They wouldn't look very nice if they did sue. Like a mom and pop Indian food place in the middle of Africa. All right, so the answer is yes, but also definitely no. Not the kind of McDonald's that you're thinking of, Chris. All right.
I love her, by the way. She's amazing.
Chris is great. Another BT140 pal.
Yeah.
Super nice. So thank you for your question, Chris. All right, next question comes from Christine, or Xteen, at CMFH111. And another fast food-related question. First of all, do you miss me as much as I miss you? And can I have a number 4, supersized?
Well, for this number 4 supersized, I guess we've already covered that. I will, unfortunately, cannot help you there. Not until I find me some real junk food.
Yeah, maybe in Boston.
Yes, I do miss her. I think that's because we were in a room together, maybe even a few rooms. And lately, I've been sort of stepping back from rooms, I guess, because they're hard to keep up with sometimes.
It's very difficult. Those crazy DM rooms, especially if there's a lot of people in them. It's just impossible to keep up.
It gets wild.
Like a crazy chat room going 24/7, and it's hard to keep up. Okay,
yeah.
So yes, you miss Christine and chatting with her. She's also very nice from our small interactions. Yeah. So thank you for the question. Of course, Eddie misses you very much.
Yep.
Okay, so we get to the next question. This question comes in from Guy Incognito at Shut Up, That's Who. I wasn't 100%.
I remember this one.
I wasn't 100% sure about if I should ask this question, but you assured me that it was all good, and I will ask the question.
Yeah.
It is as follows: is starving in Africa the birthplace of the game Hungry Hungry Hippos? Please answer this in the form of a Christopher Walken impersonation.
Okay, we've already done the Christopher Walken thing.
Yeah, just rewind back to that earlier part. You got all your Christopher Walken needs met.
But yeah, I think that's where the Christopher Walken impression request came from, that tweet. And the whole starving in Africa thing, my bio for most of the time has been that I'm the starving kid in Africa that your mother has told you about.
Oh, I get it. It's another inside ref.
Yeah. And after a while, I also changed my location to starving, Africa. Like,
I get it. Nice.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I can't say that Hungry Hungry Hippos was born here. We don't have too many hippos in the Congo.
Oh, right. That's a different part of Africa.
Yeah, South Africa, Zimbabwe, we had those, but here, I think we've just got a bunch of crocodiles.
Have you ever played the game Hungry Hungry Hippos?
I have not. I have seen people play it.
Yeah. It's a great spectator sport. Yeah, for sure.
It's basically the way I was introduced to most of American culture through TV shows and the internet.
So you've YouTubed some Hungry Hungry Hippos commercials or something. I mean,
not specifically, but yeah.
Yeah, you've seen them. Yeah, it's just four kids just slamming on little plastic pieces, trying to eat marbles. They're like little white marbles. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just a lot of fun.
It does look like a lot of fun.
It gets crazy, but yeah, it's still fun. And then it eventually breaks, and then you can't use it anymore because you were slamming too hard on the
people. Yeah, exactly.
Great. Well, thank you for your question, Guy, at Shut Up, That's Who. And our next question comes from our good pal, Los, at Los _ on Twitter. And his question is Gloria Estefan's Conga your national anthem?
I just realized I don't actually know the Congolese national anthem.
What? You kidding me right now? You don't know your national anthem? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. It is this. I hope you're standing up. I'm taking a knee. I don't know how long it is. I'm just playing it. Okay, sorry. Okay. It continues. So it is. I may have answered the question for you.
You handled that brilliantly.
So the answer to your question
is no.
is no. Although Gloria Estefan's Conga is a great song. It is a good song.
It is, undoubtedly.
Oh, yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Come on, take a body, no, do not, don't know, any longer, right? It just got that.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
You cannot listen. You can't listen to that and not move.
Yeah, that I mean, it would be a good national anthem. Everybody would definitely get up.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, Los, for your question. Another good pal from the BT140 crew. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
And moving on, we get a question from Isabel at Isabel Zauton from Twitter. Very cool, lovely, fun person. And also currently in Canada. She's Canadian in Ontario. Love Isabel, and she's very funny as well, so everyone should definitely be following her.
She's hilarious.
Hilarious. You heard it here first.
Hilarious.
So good. And
one of those.
Yeah, just one of the best. So her question to you is, what is your least popular opinion? Like, it will lose you at least 4 friends.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. You see, I saw this question like just before I sat down to talk to you. I tried to think of a more lighthearted answer, but I guess the true answer would be that because it's already lost me quite a few friends, unfortunately, that people should be able to love who they want to.
That can't be your least popular opinion.
Well, when you're living in a place as traditional as Congo, it definitely is.
Oh, Congo, what are you doing over there?
We've still got a long way to go here in Africa.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't think that's an unpopular opinion, IMO. And if you were anywhere else,
like,
on
Twitter, it's completely different.
On Twitter, yeah, a lot more people are very accepting, but also on Twitter, a lot more people are not accepting at all. So it is, still a very divisive issue. But I'm going to go ahead and go on the record here and say I 100% agree with that opinion. Not unpopular opinion over here.
Yeah, I'm not sure about anything else. I'm thinking I have gotten into some pretty big Twitter wars about the fact that I love mayonnaise so much.
That's what we're talking about now. This is a juicy, unpopular opinion. A lot of people are divisive about the mayonnaise issue. So you're pro mayonnaise.
I am definitely pro mayonnaise.
All right.
I mean, what is there to hate? It is. I don't even know if I'm allowed to swear on here.
You let loose. We're talking mayonnaise. This is okay. I mean, when the feelings about mayonnaise come out, you got to expect it.
I am passionate about this. It is fucking delicious.
Yes.
And I am not afraid to say that out loud.
That's right. Well, I am glad. I agree with you on this one as well, I'm going to say. So, all you mayonnaise haters, get at us. I want to see some angry ats come in. Yeah.
Bring it.
Why don't you like mayonnaise? What? Too good? Makes your sandwich too good? I don't know what else you use it in. I use it on sandwiches though.
Like potato salad.
Oh yeah, big globs of it in your potato salad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your egg salad sandwich. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Okay. There's people who are going to be listening to that and just be gagging,
just like heaving in their car. Well, no. And
I love it. I spread it thick and generously. I love me my mayonnaise.
Yeah, you can't fault a man for loving some nays. Loving that mayonnaise. Just good. I think it's good. Although am a convert. I used to be on the other side of the mayonnaise fight. I was very anti-mayonnaise, and I've only sort of come around in the last maybe decade. But in my youth, I was foolish. I did not know that it was actually very good.
I can't even imagine what it would be like to not like mayonnaise.
The sandwiches were a lot more dry, I'll tell you that.
Well, definitely.
But
you have been...
I've seen the light.
You have seen the lights.
That's right.
You have been saved.
Well, thank you for sharing that unpopular opinion. And any mayonnaise haters, like I said, get at us at FOTS Pod, at Flaccid Umbrella. Let's hear it. Let's hear why mayonnaise.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, come at me, bro. Come at us together.
Come on.
Thank you, Isabel, for the lovely question. Really appreciate that. And the next question comes from Twin Dad at Twin Survivalist. And his question is, I'd like to know your favorite Pringles flavors in alphabetical order.
Oh, my God.
That alphabetical order part is going to make it extra difficult.
That is. I remember seeing that question and telling myself I was going to do my research and I was going to, just
have a big list
out of the water. It's a big list because it's pretty much everything between A and Z.
All right, well, let's just try to list as many as you can. Maybe not worry so much about the alphabetical order thing. And let's just see if we can knock out some of these flavors. Are you talking cream? Yeah, dill pickle? Is that a good one?
Dill pickle, cheddar cheese, salt and vinegar.
Classic. Sour
cream and onion.
Oh, yeah.
Texas barbecue, tomato, what?
Ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Paprika. Roast beef, come on. There's this one that's just written like extra hot or something like that. It's a black can.
Oh,
extra spicy.
Extra
spicy, yeah.
What about original? You got love for original?
Of course, original. Roast chicken.
Oh.
Damn, I feel like I'm missing so many.
You've listed quite a few.
Oh, but I've tasted even more.
So you're big into Pringles. I think that's what we're getting at. Twin Dad knew you were into Pringles, and he pushed that Pringles button.
Oh, yeah. I love me my Pringles.
Well, it's great that you do still get some comforts of North America out there, like Pringles, of all different flavors.
Yeah, I was happy when I stumbled across them. They are a tad bit more expensive, but to a guy like me, it's totally worth it.
Worth it, especially if you're getting all the different flavors. Flavor explosion. You never know what flavor you're going to get. Sounds like you love a lot of different flavors.
I am yet to come across a flavor of Pringles that I hate.
Oh, that's huge. Have you ever tweeted at Pringles? Sounds like you should get sponsored. Pringles, if you're listening.
I have tweeted at Pringles. I have tweeted my photos with Pringles at Pringles.
Okay.
I have added Pringles to DM rooms.
Okay.
They never talk.
So Pringles, if you are listening, just forget all that other stuff.
I want to profess my undying love. If you're listening right now, Pringles, I love you.
The man with the monocle. The man with the monocle is listening to the podcast.
His name is Julius, by the way.
Well, you know the name of the Pringles guy. Julius, if you're listening.
Julius Pringles.
Please contact us.
You always have a space in my heart.
Wow.
I love you.
Well, there you go, everyone. He loves the Pringles. All right, thank you for the question, Twin Dad, at Twin Survivalist. Like he has twins. Father of twins.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's great. So the final question, as we're wrapping it up, comes to us from Katie Didn't at pork_chop_hair. Love Katie. And she asks, would you rather have one large unibrow or no eyebrows? Please explain.
I'd definitely go for one large unibrow. I actually used to have a bit of a unibrow in high school.
Okay, so you have prior experience.
I've had experience.
Easy to get back into it.
It wasn't that bad. At least I didn't think so until my sister was like, "Dude, shave it."
And did you shave it? Did you shave it?
Yeah, I did. I shaved a little parting in the middle, and it hasn't come back since.
Oh, that's good, because sometimes that'll make it grow even more.
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess. But simply because of the fact that I sweat so much, because usually I work outside in the heat or when I'm at practice and stuff.
Yeah,
and
rugby.
Getting sweat in your eyes sucks. I mean, I'm thankful for these eyebrows.
Yeah,
and
that's what they're for. That's their purpose, right? That's why they're around.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll definitely take a unibrow over no eyebrows.
Well, I think that's a great answer, and I know she wasn't asking me, but I'll take that too. Definitely, you need those brows. Everyone needs those brows.
Yeah, you need them. You definitely need those.
You'll miss them when they're gone, right? If anybody who's accidentally shaved off their eyebrows knows, you'll miss them when they're gone. So thank you very much, Katie, at pork_chop_hair. Everyone check her out on Twitter. Very funny as well. So thank you, everyone, for sending in the questions. That wraps up the question period. And I think that brings us to the end of the podcast. So thank you so much to Eddie for joining me this week. I had a lot of fun, and I think I learned a lot as well. So now I will play the podcast theme, and we can say goodbye.
All right.
Thanks, Eddie.
Oh, thank you. It was great. It was an honor, and I'm really glad I got to talk to you.
Me too. And we'll both keep working on our Christopher Walken impressions.
Definitely. And thanks for everyone who's listening. Continue listening. This is a great podcast. Come back, check it out. Check all the episodes out. There's a ton of great people on here. Yeah. And thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
You're doing an incredible job.
Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you to say, and I really appreciate it. Well, that's it. I hope you liked this week's episode with Eddie. If you did, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a review wherever reviews are left. Follow at FOTS Pod on Twitter and ask a question for a future guest. And please follow at Skinner Steven and become one of my Twitter friends. Visit StephenWSkinner.com for all the old episodes and subscribe to get a new episode every Monday. Thanks to Ruby Coast for the music. And thank you so very much for listening. Have a great one.